I think we need to let this kid get into town and give him a couple weeks to get settled in here, because it is a whirlwind. The draft, constant 24/7. Fly here, sign this, do that, talk to this one, do this interview. We had him on the phone a week ago talking about the best buddies thing. He goes with Pope to the Bruins game, and like he's eating. People are taking pictures of him with a mouthful of food. Oh, I love it. Everything's great. He looks like a wide-eyed 14-year-old kid. He reminds me of my son. Like, he says, wow, this is awesome. Like, he's going to have to grow into this. And I think that's the biggest thing I take away is he is young. He's really young. And, you look at a guy like Jacoby Brissett, looks like, he's 35, like he's been around a long time, and he's a veteran guy. Even the guy they signed or drafted in the 7th round, Joe Milton, or 6th round, whichever round they got him in. Milton, when he was in Tennessee, he looks like a 28-year-old player. Like, he is physically huge. He looks like Cam Newton. And I think it's easy to look at a guy like that, like, holy cow, this guy's a specimen. And he's got a freaking rocket arm. There's a reason he was drafted in the 6th and 7th round, and the other guy was the number 3 pick. Let's not forget that. It's going to be Drake Maye's team at some point. And I'm understanding that now that you get around him. See, I didn't like this at all prior to the draft. 3rd pick, play the pick. That's my point of view. You come in, you're a freaking stud. Like, Drew's ready to go. He was the number 1 pick. But he's 6'5", 240, ready to go at that point. And, hey, he was raw too, but you learn as you go. I think those lessons are invaluable. Like, you need to play to have that experience. Just being around this kid now, watching him post-draft as you learn more about Drake Maye, I love the excitement. I love the energy. I don't know if he can do that 24/7. Like, he's got to be careful of that. He's got to rein that in a little bit. But energy is infectious. Rob Gronkowski affected people that way. I was nuts. I affected people that way, a different way. You keep the locker room loose. I keep guys going. People want to be around you. You own the room. He sort of has that, but he's got to learn the offense. He's got to be productive. He's learning now. You hear the stories about he's taking all his tape home. He's at the office long. Overnight, learn to study. They're going to inundate him with stuff. Just overload information. David Andrews talked about how good Jacoby is teaching him this new offense, which is an indicator to me. All the old guys coming back, you're learning another new offense this year. David Andrews said Jacoby's done such a good job translating what our old offense used to be to what Alex wants to run, Alex Van Pelt. So right there, and I didn't even talk to David yet, but that's telling me, it's a whole new different scheme. Whole new different protections, whole new different plays. So even the older guys, Hunter Henry, you're starting from ground zero. So I think it's great that Maye hits in here at the same time where, if you got an experienced coordinator like Josh McDaniels and you've got, say, 12, 14 players that are already coming back that have been in the offense, you never have to worry about those guys. Josh would have to spend a ton of time with the new rookies. Like, we got to start with zero out slot. We got to teach you the formation. Then we got to teach you protection. We can't even teach you the calls and audibles until, week 4, week 5. We're trying to install the offense. I think it will help them as an entire unit. I don't think they're talented that much on offense, and we'll see how this plays out. But I think it's a good thing that veterans, rookies, free agents, they're all on the same page right now because you're starting from day one of a complete overall of the offense, and we don't know where this is going. I still don't know what what McAdoo does yet because everybody keeps saying Alex Van Pelt's running point.
Yeah,
and even over TC McCartney, that he's going to be the head guy teaching the quarterbacks, meaning Van Pelt. He played. He's a good play faker when he played. So the little idiosyncrasies, tricks of the game, showing the ball, the play fake with the head, all that stuff, instead of just being a robotic non-quarterback coach, just goes over film with the guy. I think it's important to have a guy that played to help coach him.
So you're talking about Jacoby Brissett teaching not just a young quarterback the offense, teaching everybody the offense.
Yeah,
teaching
that's why he's
guys
here.
on the offensive line, which is why you pay him $8 million to come in here. But it's also why you start him week 1.
It's kind of where this is heading.
It's why you're starting that guy week 1 and week 2 and week 3 and week 4 and maybe a few more weeks after that, and you see where it goes. Because if you're in the huddle, you know the offense, you have full command of what it is. Maye's now learning a brand new offense, as is everybody else. Who's the guy on the team who knows the thing? Jacoby Brissett.
That's why he's here. It's easier for the coach. That's why he's here.
But you put them in the huddle, and everyone's going to understand what they need to be doing.
This is why you didn't get Russ Wilson. This is why you weren't in other veterans. This is why it was, I don't know. Yeah. Who was some of them? Who's the kid from Texas?
The way you hear him talk about Drake Maye and the way they split up the snaps evenly between the two guys, it tells you they're not starting Drake Maye out of the gate.
They're laying the foundation.
They're not doing it.
I can tell watching the plays. Like, he takes his drop, and he's waiting. Where's the route? Okay, now I throw it. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, ball on. He's guessing and thinking right. He's thinking and trying to play. Now let's pump the evaluation on how he looks compared to Jacoby, how he looks compared to even Joe Milton, who's got a rocket arm, because I'm sure if you're down there at camp, holy crap, Milton almost knocked somebody over with that throw. Well, he's probably not going to be playing. This kid's still, he's tentative, and it's all new to him, and it's like a brand new baby deer out there. That's what he looks like right now to me.
Give it
baby
time.
Deer out there on the ice.
Give it time.
Because
let it develop.
Everybody talks about his feet. He's going to have to be worrying about that. How are my feet?
So he's off to the side taking snaps under center.
Yeah.
The other day.
It's not natural.
Because it's not something he had to do.
He talked about that. He has been working on that, before he got here. But now it's under the tutelage of them watching and seeing how it goes. What's the exchange? You got to get used to all that rhythm, the timing, the snap count, the cadence.
What's the goal of those practices over the weekend with those rookies? What are you trying to get out of that?
Line up.
Yeah.
Know where the F you are. Compete. If you mess up, and I think Reese had this point on Baker. Javon Baker. I think it's Javon. I thought it was Javon Baker. I think he calls him Javon. I think Reese said it was Javon. He said he had 2 drops. And he's the kid that's been yapping. There's no 10 better guys in the draft to me. But he said it pissed him off so bad, he didn't get back at the end of the line. He get right back out there, give me it again. He repeated the play. And you don't see that from rookies. Rookies usually drop it, hang the head, get back at the end of the line. Next guy up.